आ आ आ नमो अरिहन्ताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो उवझायाणं नमो लोय सवसाहूणम्. Today is the second day, the day of releasing our ego, the day of freeing ourselves from illusionary pride. The old age saints have described pride as something which is acquired from something else. And what is the treatment of that ailment? The great seers call it ailment. Because everything that breaks our tranquility is not our innate nature. It is an ailment. They used to say that it is Mardav which removes all the pride, all our egoistic behavior, and makes us tranquil, peaceful, and blissful. Children study in their schools, pride hath a fall. That is a universal law. What is the treatment? The treatment is called Mardav. And the word Uttam that has been added as an adjective. Mardav is a noun and Uttam is an adjective. Uttam means the best, topmost. The best Mardav. Mardav means humbleness, free from ego. Freedom from ego. This is a Sanskrit word, Mardavam, which has been derived from the original word Mridu. Mridu means soft. And Mardava means Mridor Bhavah Karmava Mardavam. Softness. In Hindi it is called Komalta. A proud human being becomes hard, like a rock. His softness, inner softness disappears. And there are 8 reasons that make a human being proud. Number 1, knowledge. When somebody's knowledge increases, he thinks that I have grown bigger than my colleagues, other people. He just feels inflated like a balloon. I have become great. Great men never consider themselves great. They are down to the earth. They are very humble. And actually, that knowledge is not true knowledge. It is a collection of variety of informations which that person is considering as knowledge. The other cause of pride is worship. Not worship performed by a devotee, but people are worshipping somebody like anything. He feels that I have become so great that all people are mad behind me. This worship is not related to religion. This is just on every occasion they invite him as a chief guest to inaugurate something. They cut ribbons through his hands. Everywhere he has acquired name and fame. That also makes someone proud. You might have heard that poem, "Once in Persia reigned a king, who upon his signet ring graved a maxim true and wise, which if held before his eyes, gave him counsel at a glance. Solemn words, and these are they, even this shall pass away." When we contemplate about the transitory nature of this universe, all pride dissolves instantly. Our pride dissolves immediately. When we understand that because of this thing I am getting proud, so my pride is dependent on this thing, whether it may be knowledge, it may be name, fame, it may be my fathers and forefathers, my mother and her mother, That lineage, that also makes us proud. That is called Kul and Jati. Pride can also be on account of strength. There have been many strong people in this world. Many of them had great strength, but their pride was greater than their strength. Ultimately, they learned a lesson also that there is nothing in this pride. Another factor that causes pride is our wealth, riches. In Urdu, wealth is called daulat. Daulat. दौलत दो लात मारती है. आते वक्त और जाते वक्त. आते वक्त लात मारती है तो अकड़ जाता है, जाते वक्त मारती है तो सिकुड़ जाता है. Wealth kicks a person twice. The first kick makes him rigid like this, and the second kick bends his back and is just now looking downwards. Everything is gone. When it comes, it kicks. When it goes, it again kicks. There can also be pride through austerities, which is called tapasya. When we start fasting, we consider other people as hungry beasts. We become so great. We feel like that. Actually, the real thing is absolutely different. Our innate nature is beyond this ego, which we are constantly feeling from birth to death, childhood to old age, morning to night. So when we fast, we sacrifice some things in our food, we meditate, we do certain rituals also. We start feeling that we have become great. We feel inflated like a balloon, which we quoted earlier. This is also an illusion. And the last factor which causes this ego to inflate is beauty. When someone is beautiful, he is not interested in other people who are not having physical beauty. Professor Hugh Prather has said that Seldom does inner beauty exist with outer beauty. People who are totally humble, people who are totally simple, people who are not very attractive can be very beautiful from within. In the scriptures, there is one story about a woman who was very beautiful. Once a monk was passing in front of her house through the road, and she was just decorating her hair. In her hand, she held a mirror, and in that mirror, when she was moving like this, she saw the reflection of that monk. She got very angry. She came outside the door and said, "Why are you roaming like this? You are so ugly. You are so dirty. You are not beautiful. I hate you." And she insulted that monk like anything. But the monk silently observed all that and then went away. After a few days, the woman whose name was Lakshmimati got sick. She became a leper. Her husband threw her out of the house, and wherever she went, people said that, "Go away from here. Please don't bother us." Her days changed, her life changed. Ultimately, she died. And after that, Jainism believes in transmigration, reincarnation. She became an animal, and after that life also she became animal. After that life also she became animal. Ultimately, she again returned to a human life. And that same monk was sitting somewhere, and accidentally, she was almost 8 years old. She came to him and she was surprised. "Who is this? I'm feeling that I have seen him before." And when she saw that there are many mosquitoes which are biting him, and he is stark naked, he isn't wearing anything, but his face is full of peace and bliss and glow. A blissful being glows. So she thought that how will he complete this night here in this place? There are so many mosquitoes. All night she just removed the mosquitoes from his body, and she did not sleep that night. And that monk also meditated full night for the whole night. Ultimately, when it was daytime, the monk opened his eyes and saw that a little girl is serving him. He just, through compassion, said, "I bless you. Do you want to ask anything?" She said, "Why everybody hates me? Why nobody likes me? Why I am so ugly? Why my body smells even after I take bath? The monk was possessing divine knowledge, and he just understood what was her past, and he just told her, "Oh Lakshmi Mati, you have forgotten? Try to remember." And she also remembers each and everything that had happened in the past. She begged for forgiveness. The monk said, "I had forgiven you that instant only. We don't hold grudges, we are monks." And what should I do for my purification? The sins I have committed because of my beauty which I had possessed that time, what should I do? Then he said that you can perform some activities, some pious activities, and you will get purified. She obeyed all the commands of that monk, and ultimately she was purified. And she then, later on in her later birth, became Rukmini, the highest queen, the empress of Shri Krishna, with all her purity and glory. So when a man becomes egoistic, pride hath a fall, and when he becomes humble, he elevates himself. He or she, anyone. And in the reality, this is just an illusion. I am big or I am small. Both are illusions. We are what we are. Om Reem Uttam Mardav Dharmangaya Namaha. Om Reem Uttam Mardav Dharmangaya Namaha. Om Reem Uttam Mardav Dharmangaya Namaha. We can meditate for a while. For meditation, we have to just sit erect. Lower back, middle back, neck, all straight. Uncontrolled breathing. Relaxed breathing. Palms facing upwards. Tranquil eyes. Namo Arihantanam in our heart. Just write it in your own handwriting. Namo Siddhanam. East direction. Namo Airyanam. South. Namo Uvajjayanam. West. Namo Uloe Sabvasahunam. north. Those who don't have practice about directions can understand it like this. Namo Rintanam in the heart, and facing east in the front, Namo Siddhanam. Then right hand side, the direction will be south, Namo Airyanam. Behind you, the direction will be west, definitely, obviously, Namo Uvajjayanam. And left hand side here, Namo Loe Savvasaunam. Namo Arihantanam. Namo Siddhanam. Namo Airyanam. Namo Uvajjayanam. Namo Loe Savvasaunam. Like 5 lamps, you can visualize these 5 namaskaras. Everything is fine. I am a well-wisher of all beings. I have no malice towards anybody. I am peaceful. I am blissful. I am divine. I am incredibly efficient. I forgive everyone. I possess unconditional love. I am free from all pride. Jainam Jayatu Shasanam.